All right, good morning, traders. Today is January 13th, 2025. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Thank you for being here. I want to thank everybody out there in digital land, in cyber land. Thank you for subscribing to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any of it. Thank you for finding value in my digital content. Thank you so much. All right, my SPY pivot this morning is 581.15. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab Five are in daily downtrends, all made. Lower lows, lower highs, closing under their traps, under their 17 EMAs. SPY closed 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute uptrend. Gold in a downtrend made a higher low and a higher high, closing over a bullish trap over the 17. Silver also in a downtrend did the same thing, made a higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap over the 17. UNG, USO, both in uptrends, made higher highs and higher lows, closing over bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. US dollar index in an uptrend still, closed near the 109.70 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. First chart, let's take a look at 10-minute on SPY. SPY got a 10-minute. I got to change that. That's a 10-minute downtrend going into the close. Yes, on Friday. All right, 10-minute downtrend, 2-hour downtrend. Okay, 2-hour chart. 2-hour downtrend. See the faster moving average? That's the yellow, thin yellow line right there. And the candles underneath the other two, that would be the white 8 EMA and the falling 17 EMA. 2-hour downtrend. On the daily chart, we're making lower lows, we're making lower lows, and we're making lower highs. We're in a downtrend on SPY. On the weekly chart, still in an uptrend, all right? You have to take out this low in order to convert the uptrend into a downtrend. So that's a long ways down, 511, 512 area. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, so there's SPY on the weekly chart, still in an uptrend. On the daily chart, still in a downtrend. Let's see if they have to come down to pop this area right here. That's 568.90. And we've got an $8.58 10-day ATR. You know, that's in the range today, 568. This 568 area or 569. They very well could go after that. We've got a nice big candle. We'll see what happens if they go after that this week. All right, on the daily chart. Got a medium-sized candle, got an igniting candle there, a medium-sized candle. Things look like they're ramping up to come down and test. This area right here, actually right there, a little double bottom there. Probably find some support. We'll see what happens. There's SPY. That's where it looks like where we're heading, right there. Right down to this level, right through here. Test those lows, fill this gap. So you can see here we are filling this gap in the pre-market right there. See the gap open right here? So you got a gap that's open. Let me box it in so you can see it. So we got a gap that's open right through here, and you can see price action is filling that gap in the pre-market. Probably going to visit this break-up candle low right down here, which is... let's take a look and pull the crosshairs up. Breakup candle low right there is 570.40. That looks like a possible target for today, 570.40. If it's not today, I think it's going to be tomorrow morning. We'll see what happens. So there's a daily chart for SPY. Let's take that stuff off. Trash that out. Okay. So price action coming down, little dip down to this area, probably going to test that support. So daily chart in a downtrend. Let's go take a look at a few others. Let's take a look at the game plan for today. All right, so 10-minute chart, game plan for today. All right, red erases green right here, 587.97. Okay, 578.97. Red erases green. Okay, so below that, red candle, as long as it's not a doji candle and it's not a bottoming tail candle, all right? That would be a candle with way more tail than body and wick, okay? So we don't want that. Don't want a green candle. So underneath this area right here, looking for a red candle, a continuation of the 10-minute downtrend right there. Okay, on the top side, green erases red. Okay, so all of this is the pullback. So green erases red right over 584.54. You could probably get in a little bit sooner, maybe as price comes over the top of that wick right here. All right, got a little peak inside these two valleys right there. So coming over the top of that wick, 583.22. Let's just go ahead and adjust that. So right about, actually I'm going to be a little bit conservative. I'm going to say right over that area right there. 583.88, and we change it to 583.88. So there's the morning game plan for SPY. 583.88, gonna be a bull, and below 578.97, gonna be a bear. All right. And let's head off to QQQ, see what they got going on. All right, QQQ. QQQ, game plan for QQQ. Pivot for, I'm going to move this down just a little bit, right about there. Okay, so the pivot's going to be 507.98. 507.98 is our pivot, 507.98. All right, red erase, green erases red, entry under 504.42. Again, no bottoming tail candles, no green candles, no doji candles. We want a continuation of this 10-minute downtrend. So 504.42, and let's take this down just a little bit, just a notch, right about there. Okay, so 510.36. is our bullish entry, 510.36. All right, so 510.36. Okay, back to QQQ again. All of the Fab Five, all right, did this candle right here. Lower high, lower low, closing under bearish trap underneath the falling 17. You can see the SPY did the same thing. Okay, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap under the falling 17. Diamond Dow did the same thing. Okay, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap under the 17. They're all in downtrends, all right? IWM did the same thing. Lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap underneath the 17, falling 17 there, okay? So look for SPY, again, I said, to probably tackle that breakup candle low down there at 570. Possibly today, maybe tomorrow morning in the afternoon. We'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look at our technicals. And first technical is right here, 521.22. This is Friday's price action. You can see price action just meandered around inside the sell zone, kind of melted into the oversold zone for a little bit, but not too much. All right, so not a whole lot of bullishness going on Friday at all. On T21.23, selling from the beginning of the day, little VWAP pullback, and then all throughout the whole day, just selling on T21.23. We are at that prior all-time high anchored VWAP. I would expect some bottoming to start forming soon. I don't know if it's going to start before we hit 570 on SPY or after, all right? So maybe some rubber band action coming in here on this prior all-time high for T21.23. All right, you can see on the 15-minute chart, we're caught underneath this falling 200 SMA. And, of course, you can see the bearish gaps? That's a clue, all right? The bulls are not filling gaps. See another bearish gap right here. The bulls are not filling gaps. Whenever the bulls aren't filling gaps, that's a sign that market is bearish, all right? Same thing goes with the bullish gaps. When the bears can't fill those bullish gaps, that's a sign that the market is bullish. And I would expect after this pullback and we find some kind of midpoint through here, there'll be a lot of bullish gaps getting filled and bearish gaps getting filled. All right, so there's the 15 price action underneath the falling 200 SMA. On the 3-bar chart, okay, it's the same chart but a 3-bar. Again, here is the hockey stick, and you can see here's the flag. You stay in the flag a little too long, and the next thing you know, you're breaking out to the downside into this prior all-time high. Again, underneath the 17 EMA, that's the red dots here. Okay, price action underneath the flat 200 up here. Okay, like to see us make our way back to the 200. I don't know if that's going to happen. Probably back to this area. I don't know if we get back to 200. We'll see what happens. So they could get inspired and rocket off of this prior all-time high. Looking for some rubber band action probably down here soon, either today or tomorrow. All right, some kind of a bottoming action. Show me some support. This is support. By all means, but it's not acting like support right now, all right? So look for some rubber band action coming in later today, probably early tomorrow morning. We'll see what happens. There's T2123 3-bar chart. FNGU. All right, FNGU for Friday's price action. Selling, little meander up over VWAP there, okay, and then back under VWAP. So a 10-minute downtrend going into the close on FNGU. Okay, just again, you can see consolidation under prior consolidation. Okay, see this? Consolidation under prior consolidation. Okay, got a little consolidation here. Okay, got up above, didn't last. More consolidation underneath, and then we melt down below. So consolidation under consolidation. Again, bearish gaps not getting filled. That's a clue, people. All right, when you don't see bearish gaps getting filled, you know, it's a clue we're probably headed lower. All right, so there's FNGU. All right, let's take a look at a few sectors. We'll start off with, hey, let's start off with something positive. Let's start off with, let's go to, you know what? Oil and gas. All right, oil and gas looking really good. Okay, start off with oil and gas. All right, start off with my favorite, UNG. Nice rip this morning today, all the way up to 1956. Gotta love that. Made a higher high in the pre-market there. Okay, oil and gas, natural gas in an uptrend. Price action, higher low. Higher low, higher high, closing. This is today's candle. This is Friday's. Okay, look at today's candle. Nice candle. All right, bullish gap. Again, when you see bullish gaps, okay, not getting filled, market's bullish. And there it is. Natural gas popping up even higher. All right, so natural gas, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Natural gas in an uptrend, USO. Okay, same dealio right here. All right, higher low, higher high, closing over, bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. Price action, this is an uptrend. All right, again, another bullish gap, not getting filled. All right, there's your clue right there. Okay, there's USO. Let's take a look at GLD, precious metals. All right, gold. This would be Friday's candle, not this one right here, green one. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. See, now they're filling that bullish gap. All right, so here now it's finally getting filled. Gold still in a downtrend. All right, why? It has to take out this high in order to negate the downtrend. All right, so got to take out this high. Gold, as soon as it takes out that high, be in an uptrend. All right, but right now, still caught in a downtrend, but not moving down. Take a look at silver. Silver also in a downtrend. They'd have to take out this high in order to negate the downtrend and be in an uptrend. Price action, not moving down, but it is today. It wasn't the other day, Friday. Last week was a nice week for silver. Silver, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish strap, over the flat 17 EMA. Silver and gold, both in downtrends. Take a look at SMH. SMH, just flat right here, okay? The SMH is in an uptrend, okay? It's closed Friday. You can see here under bearish cross, under the 17 EMA. Again, moving up and giving it up, all right? So just neutral, all right? We're over the all-time high anchored VWAP, consolidating here up in the upper third. They were in the upper quadrant for part of the day, and then they lost it. So now they're just in the upper third. Now it looks like they're losing the upper third and the all-time high anchored VWAP. We'll see where they go. So just neutral bullish up here, okay, in the upper third over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Neutral bullish on SMH. XLK, technology. All right, technology also neutral bullish up here in the upper third. Price action under the all-time high anchored VWAP. Price action lower high, lower low. Closing under the trap under the 17 EMA. Still maintaining price action up here. All right, today's candle will take technology sector into a downtrend. See this low right here? That valley right there. They're going to pop that valley, and they did this morning. That will be a downtrend for XLK as of this morning. Friday, no, but today, because they popped below that low, that will be a downtrend for XLK. Technology sector. Still neutral bullish up here. Okay, everything's still looking good. Failure to make new highs, but they didn't give up. All right, so that's XLK. Let's take a look at XLF. All right, financials were supposed to report, and they didn't report. That's not a good sign when you're supposed to report or scheduled to report and you don't report. Things kind of fall out of bed when that happens, all right? So XLF for Friday's price action. Not the prettiest of bullish candles. This red candle here, lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the falling 17, right into the breakup candle anchored VWAP right there. So there's your breakup candle low anchored VWAP right there. So price action coming right down into that. Also considered minor support. That would be this peak of all of this consolidation through here. So there's XLF. Still not in a downtrend unless you consider it taking out that low. I consider it a pullback. As soon as they take out this low, they'll be in a downtrend, but you could classify it as a downtrend being underneath this pivot low right here. Got a little valley right there, and they took out that valley. So there's XLF on the daily chart. For me, still in an uptrend. For others, might be considered a downtrend on the daily chart. All right, let's take a look at XLI. XLI in a downtrend and flirting with the midpoint here. Just can't seem to get going. Industrial sector, again, took out this low right here. That puts them in a downtrend. Price action caught underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP, underneath the falling 17. XLI in a downtrend, just neutral there. XLU, same deal. Okay, just flirting with the midpoint, trying to hold on to the bullish side of the midpoint. Took out this low, so it's in a downtrend. Caught underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP and the falling 17. XLU also in a downtrend. Take a look at XRT. That's our retail sector. Retail sector, again, just like XLF, you got a little valley right here, not much. Price action taking out that valley puts it in a downtrend. For me, I like to see it take out that low. That would be a downtrend. And it looks like we're probably came close to doing it today. All right, there's XRT. Was in an uptrend. Again, consolidation over prior consolidation is bullish, okay? So even though all of this isn't a straight line right across, you got a little peak up here. So You've got all of this is consolidation, and it's over, for the most part, prior consolidation. That's bullish, all right? But if they start consolidating under here, not so much. Start making lower lows, not so much anymore. So there's the retail sector pulling back to the uptrend line right there. Okay, pulling back, getting caught underneath this prior high, underneath the falling 17, underneath the bearish trap right there. So there's XRT. It was in an uptrend, just not moving up, all right, for XRT. Last one, IYT, transports. All right, here's the transports. They're in a downtrend, but not moving down. Transports got themselves in a downtrend when they took out this low right here, and this low right here, and this low right here. Okay, they're in a downtrend. Price action for the transports for Friday was an outside day. It's a higher high and a lower low, closing underneath the trap, underneath the 17, underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, transports just struggling here, but handling the midpoint a little bit, just about as well as XLI and XLI and XLU right there. So there's the transports. Still can't seem to get going here. They put in a lot of negative candles there. They were really damaged this chart pretty bad with all these candles coming down to this midpoint area. We'll see. Again, moving up, giving it up is just neutral. Take a look at one more, XLE. Try it one more time. All right, so here's the energy sector. And you guys saw natural gas and oil both in like really nice uptrends. All right. Bear in mind, this sector has been beaten up pretty bad. And you can see price action went up and gave it all up, came all the way back to quadrant 1, right back here. They're in a downtrend. But for the last 15 days, they have not been moving down. All right, so chances are this is going to be a new lower high, and I would look for price action to J-hook off of here and come back up to the midpoint and climb on top of that all-time high anchored VWAP. That's what I would look for. And it's not going to happen overnight. I think it's probably going to happen over the course of probably 2 months. All right, but look for price action and move up here, probably consolidate, then come pull back, J-hook off of this this lower quadrant area right here, and very well could rally up over it and hold up here. If that happens, that would be a bullish sign too. Moving up and consolidating and holding the higher ground, that would be a bullish move as well. Okay, so far, they're not closing candles underneath or inside the bullish trap, so that's a bullish sign. You got bullish gaps. This one got filled. This one still not filled right there. So I would look for that as a point for the J-hook to bottom out at. Right through here, right on the top of that. I'd look for that J-hook right on top of this wick right here. And I think that would probably be a nice place to J-hook and come back up here and hopefully get on top of this all-time high anchored VWAP and consolidate. We'll see what happens, all right? So this is the XLE, still in a downtrend, but not moving down. All right, let's take a look at our economic package. We'll start off with max pain. Max pain for today in SPY is 583. All right, and we have about 1 put to each call. That's the ratio, 1 put to each call. So not much of a put squeeze there. We're not even moving up, so probably not too much to worry about. But we are, can we get back to 583? That's a good question. SPY. It's going to be a big ask to get back to 583. All right, that would really be a big ask. They would probably have to come down and tag this uptrend line right here. And all I did was connect this low and this low together. And I think that would be a big ask. But if they come down into this line here and bounce off of it, 583 is a possibility. I don't know. I think it's a big ask. We're sitting on 576 right now. I think lower more than higher, only because of that bearish gap we had the prior day. Price action gapping down and the bulls not filling it. You know, we're gapping down again, and the bulls, we don't even know if the bulls are going to fill it because we haven't done today yet. But again, another bearish gap. So I would lean more towards 570 than 583. All right, back to the economic package. U.S. dollar, all right, closed up around 109.70 area and still moving up. All right, and on the earnings, all right, earnings for today, again, some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Tomorrow, familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets. Wednesday, all right, we got somebody here. We got Wells Fargo has decided they're going to report now, right alongside of J.P. Morgan. Wells Fargo 232 billion, J.P. Morgan Chase 675 billion. BlackRock 148 billion, Citigroup 135 billion, Charles Schwab, they got a dash here, so they're not sure. All right, but they're 133 billion. All right, Kinder Morgan, Rio Tinto, 73 and 62 billion right there. Not big market movers, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4 scheduled for the morning of Wednesday, and possibly 5 for the whole day. So Wednesday probably going to be probably going to be the main event for earnings on Wednesday for earnings. All right. On Thursday, what do we got? Taiwan Semiconductor. They're about $1 trillion right there, but they're not sure if they're going to report. United Healthcare, all right, about $500 billion. They're going to report in the morning on Thursday. All right, on Friday, we got Truist Financial, 58. Again, some more Schlumberger, a mix of Regions Financial, Citizens Financial, a mix of group of securities here, but none of them are real market movers. Okay, Taiwan Semiconductor, that could really help if they come to report good. That could really help out the semiconductor sector. All right, but Bank of America reporting on Thursday as well, 346 billion. Morgan Stanley reporting Thursday, 198 billion. All right, so we could have one of these 2 days could be really good. We'll see what happens if we get some good earnings. U.S. Bank, 73 billion. JB Hunt Transportation. All right, so big one, semiconductor right here. That will definitely help out the technology sector if they report well. Again, I don't like the dash. It's kind of like up in the air. They don't know if they're going to report or if they're going to do the morning or the afternoon or even if they're going to do this day. All right, but Wednesday we've got, looks like they've committed to Wells Fargo and J.P. Morgan Chase, BlackRock, and Citigroup. So quite a bit of market cap in the financial sector reporting on Wednesday. Thursday, still got quite a bit, 75 billion, 198 billion right here with Morgan Stanley. Bank of America, 346 billion. M&T Banks, 31 billion. Not as much as Wednesday, but pretty darn close right there. But Taiwan Semiconductor, that would probably be a main event. Usually tech reports in the evening. Again, this may be an offshore account, so or headquarters, so might be in the morning. We'll see what happens. That's Thursday. Friday, what did we say about Friday? Again, a lot of financials being reported Friday, but nothing that's going to move the markets. On Monday, see if we got anything big going on Monday. Doesn't want to give us a report. All right. Oh, wait. I saw something. Data's not available. All right. For the economic calendar for today, Treasury statement at 2. All right. That's it. Light day for today. Tuesday, we're going to have NFIB Small Business Optimism Index coming out at 6 a.m. in the morning. PPI Final Demand, 8:30. Got a Fed speaker. That's it. Light day on Monday and Tuesday. Got a main event here. Wednesday, CPI coming out at 8:30. All right, that'll make for a lot of volatility Wednesday morning, along with all of those earnings coming out for the banking sector. Kashkari's going to speak. Got a petroleum report at 10:30. A couple more Fed speaker, Goolsbee and Williams. Got the beige book coming out at 2 p.m. The main event's going to be CPI 8:30. On Thursday, jobless claims, retail sales, Philly Fed manufacturing, import-export prices, business inventories, housing market index, and a gas report. Friday, what do we got? Housing start permits 8:30. Industrial production 9:15. A rig count at 1, and that's it. And I believe Monday we're off again for Martin Luther King. All right, so we got a full week this week, and I think we're off on Monday for Martin Luther King. That'll be a short week next week. Main event for the economic calendar. All right, it's going to be Wednesday. Also got some big earnings coming out Wednesday morning as well. All right, so I'll be back in about 40 minutes, and we'll kick off the market.